Princess Duraleth twisted her blade free from the collapsing Suitor's chestplate. Blood sprayed across the arena sand in a final arc. The crowd's roar peaked. 500 challengers broken, their ambitions shattered under her spear. A human strode onto the sand. He wore grease-stained coveralls, a toolkit slung over one shoulder. No armor, no weapon. His boots crunched the bloodied grains as he scanned the arena walls. "Princess," the human called, voice steady over the fading cheers. "I need a wrench, Imperial quarter-inch, if you've got one." Gasps rippled through the stands. Seralith yanked her spear from the corpse and leveled it at the intruder. Her forearms flexed, iridescent scales gleaming under the floodlights. "Who dared this mockery? Detain him," she snapped to the arena guards. Two hulking enforcers in powered exos leaped from the sidelines, plasma batons humming.
He dropped to one knee beside a sparking access panel at the arena's edge, shield grids overloading.
Power surge from the upper relays. If it fries, this whole dome collapses. "On you." Marshal Kethrax vaulted into the sand, his veteran scars twisting as he snarled. "Human scum, this is sacred ground. Trials only." She stepped closer, spear tip inches from the intruder's neck. His skin looked fragile, unmarked by battle ink or ritual scars. Station maintenance badge clipped to his chest. Evan Mercer, Engineering Corps. "Explain," she demanded. "Publicly, or die here." Evan Mercer pried open the panel with bare hands. Sparks danced across his fingers. He didn't blink. Relays in the east pylon are arcing. Feedback loop from the grav shields. "I've chased ghosts like this on every station from here to the core. Give me the wrench, or watch your crowd get pancaked." The stands murmured. Aliens leaned forward. Krethari nobles, Vorn allies, rival houses. Seralith's court watched her every move. Another Suitor corpse cooled behind her, yet this soft-skinned human ignored it all. Kethrax gripped his baton tighter. Lies. Sabotage ploy. Lock him down. Seralath's mandibles clicked in thought. She scanned the arena ceiling. A faint hum built, lights flickering. The shields shimmered unevenly. Yes, instability. If it breached during her trials, her house fell. "Speak true," she said.
"Why interrupt my victory?"
Evan pulled a multimeter from his kit, clipping leads to exposed wires. "Station chief sent me. But your grid's tied to the palace core. One surge, and it's blackout city. Wrench?" Her guards shifted uneasily. The crowd's cheers turned to uneasy whispers. Seralith raised a clawed hand. One guard tossed a tool from his belt, a standard Imperial wrench etched with house sigils. She caught it midair and flung it to the human. He snatched it without looking. Appreciated. Twist. Sparks died. The hum faded. Light steadied. The arena held its breath. Evan stood, wiping sweat from his brow. Fixed. Relays bypassed. Won't hold forever, need full access to the pylon.
Kethrax barked a laugh.
Fixed? By a wrench-wielding ape?
"Guards, drag him to the cells."
No. Seralith lowered her spear. The human's eyes met hers. Calm, assessing, no lust for power. Unlike the 500 who'd charged her with blades drawn, eyes burning for her throne. Collateral. He unclipped his badge and held it out. "Stake this. Let me sign your suitor waiver. I'll stay close, monitor the systems. Prove it myself." Seralith's scales prickled. Suitors signed that waiver knowing death awaited. This one bartered it like a repair invoice. "You challenge me?" she asked, voice low. Evan shrugged. "Challenge the surge first. Waiver gets me in the grid zones. Win or lose your games. I fix it." The crowd exploded in debate.
Kethrax stormed forward.
"Princess, he's filth. No honor, no bloodline. Pit him against Grulthar the Brute first. Warm-up fodder. Makes the problem vanish. Grulthar, her opening beast, a slab of muscle and rage, unchallenged in prelims." Seralith eyed the human. Underestimated. Humble. Practical. Accepted. She declared. "Sign the waiver, human. Enter the trials. Survive Grulthar tomorrow at dawn. Fail, and your blood joins the sand." He pulled a stylus from his pocket and scrawled his name on the hollow waiver projected by Kethrax's gauntlet. No hesitation. Kethrax grinned. Fangs bared. Dawn, then. Grulthar crushes skulls for breakfast. As guards escorted Evan off sand, Seralith watched him glance back, not at her, but at the pylon lights. Steady now. Her chamberlain approached, whispering. 501, my lady? A human? She sheathed her spear. Watch the grids closer. Something fed that surge. Not accident. In the shadowed VIP box, Lord Vask Denor crushed his goblet.
Is Dulis Gauntlets creaked? A human?
stealing her gaze, unacceptable. Dawn broke harsh over the arena. Serelith perched on her royal dais, forearms crossed. The crowd packed tighter than ever. Word of the human spread like plasma fire. Grulthar lumbered into the pit, chains snapping free. 8 feet of bred fury, tusks filed to blades, hide scarred from 100 kills, he bellowed, shaking the sand. Evan Mercer entered opposite, still in coveralls. Toolkit in hand, no armor. He waved to the engineering booth. Pylon readings? A tech patched through. Stable, sir. For now. Kethrak's voice boomed from the marshal's podium. Trial 1. Human against Grulthar. Begin. Grulthar charged.
Ground quaked. The brute swung a maul the size of a beam engine.
Evan sidestepped. Calm. He ducked under the swing, rolled, and slapped a restraint beacon to Grulthar's ankle. It hummed. Temporary lock. Station security tech. The beast roared. Pivoted.
Maul smashed down. Evan vaulted aside, sand erupting.
Serelith leaned forward, no wild swings. No panic. He moved like he'd danced this before. Predictable rage. Grulthar lunged again. Evan feinted left, then drove his toolkit edge into the beast's knee joint. Crack. Ligament popped. The crowd gasped. Grulthar howled, maul dropping.
He swiped with claws. Evan dropped low, wrench in hand.
He torqued it into the beast's elbow. Leverage point, not stab. Joint hyperextended.
Snap. Grulthar toppled to one knee.
Evan circled, breathing steady. Yield? The brute lunged blindly. Evan sidestepped, tripped him with the ankle beacon's tether. Grulthar face-planted, unconscious. Silence. Then cheers erupted, wary, disbelieving. Kethrak stared. Impossible. Evan straightened coveralls, practical takedown. No kill needed. He nodded to Serelith. Grid check. Serelith rose. Her mandibles parted in rare approval. This human fixed more than shields. He dismantled threats without claiming crowns. Pass, she called. Next trial. Me. Lord Vask's box darkened. His whisper to an aide. Sabotage the pylon, now. As Evan exited, a faint spark flickered in the east pylon. Serelith's eyes narrowed. Patterns emerged. The human saw them first. Dawn's light glinted off her spear. Partnership brewed in the blood sand. Or deeper peril. Evan leaped the arena barrier, boots sinking into blood-warmed sand. The crowd's roar crashed like thunder. 5,000 throats demanding gore. Princess Serelith waited center ring, spear gripped in 4-clawed hands. Her iridescent scales gleamed under floodlights. Mandibles clicked approval. Or challenge. Human. Kethrak boomed from the podium, voice amplified. Blade or death. Practice weapon. Padded staff. No point in sharpening tools for a test. Laughter rippled from the stands. Serelith tilted her crested head. Her compound eyes whirred, focusing. Kethrak snorted, soft Terran. Granted. A drone buzzed low, dropping a meter-long foam-wrapped rod. Evan snatched it midair. Balanced. Flexed. Solid hickory core. Good leverage. Serelith charged. 8 feet of coiled muscle exploded forward. Spear thrust like a piston. Evan sidestepped, staff whipping up to deflect the haft. Vibration sang through his arms. She pivoted, tail lashing sand into his face. He blinked grit away, rolled left. Her follow-up slash carved air where his head had been. Crowd stamped. Kill. Crush the weakling, she pressed. Brutal rhythm, faint high, stab low. Evan danced back. Footwork first. Always. He scanned the ring. Holographic boundaries pulsed blue. Shock lines humming at 20,000 volts. Invisible walls for fair fights. Her aggression funneled her right. Toward the east emitter. Yield the throne kisser. A voice jeered from Bosk's box. Lord Denner leaned forward, fists clenched. Evan ignored it. Focus! Serelith roared. Leaped. Spear arced down. Evan vaulted aside, sand spraying. He hooked her ankle with his staff's end. Gentle redirect.
Momentum carried her. She slammed the boundary.
CRZZZT. Shock line erupted white fire.
Serelith convulsed, spear flying. Claws scraped sand as she staggered. Smell of ozone bit the air. Evan lunged. No pause. He swept her legs. Inside hook, minimal force. She twisted mid-fall, but he pinned her spear arm with his knee. Staff locked her wrist. Other hands flailed. He torqued the elbow joint. Leverage, not snap. Her mandible snapped inches from his neck.
Yield?
Evan pressed steady. She bucked. Power like a hydraulic ram. Evan shifted weight, used her thrash against her, rolled her face down, locked both primary arms, pinned her crest with forearm. Sand muffled her growl. The crowd fell silent, then exploded. Confusion, not cheers.
Kethrax vaulted down. Fight's parameters met.
Pin confirmed. Release her, human.
Evan eased off. Stood.
Offered a hand. Seralith batted it away, rose fluid, rubbed her wrist. No breaks, no blood. Her eyes locked his. Practical, Evan said. Saves parts. She retrieved her spear. Tested the balance. Nodded once. Partnership flickered in that gaze, restraint matching her ruthlessness. But Evan's eyes caught it then. East pylon, shield emitter flickered. Not random. Timed pulse, 0.2 seconds. Synced to her charge.
Someone tampered. Voltage dip could drop the field mid-fight.
Let beasts in. Or killers. Scan the emitters. Evan called to Kethrak. East one's glitching. Timed flicker. Sabotage.
Kethrax froze. Scanned his wrist pad.
Impossible. Shields are triple locked. Check the log. Evan pointed. Pulses every 47 seconds. Matches your shock cycle.
Someone overrode.
Seralith's mandibles stilled.
She strode to the pylon. Claws pried a panel. Sparks. Foreign code. Vosk's signature cipher. The crowd murmured. Lord Vask shot to his feet.
Lies. The human cheats.
Kethrak's eyes narrowed. War veteran instincts kicked in. He signaled guards. Secured Denor's box. Full audit. Evan wiped sand from his coveralls. Heart steady. Not his fight anymore, but he'd fixed it. Again. Seralith turned. Spear rested easy. You see cracks others miss. Why enter my trials? Not for crowns. Political glitch, Evan said. Station docking rights. Your court's pushing humans out. Fix that. No blood. She clicked. Amusement. Respect. No opportunist. Next trial? The gauntlet.
My champions. Survive, we talk partnership.
Evan nodded. No boasts. Just work. Guards dragged Vask's aide from the shadows. The Lord bellowed protests. Kethrax collared him personally. Pattern matches your past accidents, Denner. 5 sabotages this cycle. Evan watched from the ring. Princess's gaze lingered. Heat in those eyes, not rage. Curiosity. Desire. Dawn light crept over the spires. Arena hummed back to life, but the real threat hid deeper. Vosk snarled as they hauled him. He won't last the gauntlet. None do. Seralith stepped close, voice low, for him alone. They underestimate you. As I did. Evan gripped his staff. Show me the code.
I'll patch it. Her claw brushed his arm.
Scales warm. Crowd chanted her name, but her eyes stayed on him. Trials turned. To Alliance. Kethrax activated the audit drone. It hummed toward Vask's box. Patterns confirmed. Timed failures in every suitor fall. Not luck. Murder. Evan rolled his shoulders. Gauntlet next. 4 champions. Alien brutes.
He'd improvise.
Seralith vaulted the barrier beside him.
Walk with me. Sand crunched. No words needed. Action spoke. In the undercroft, texts swarmed the pylon. Evan knelt, toolkit out. Reroute power. Seralith watched. Learned. Terrans fix what we shatter. Balance, he said. Socket clicked home. Light steadied. Her hand lingered on his shoulder. Mandibles parted soft. Prove it in the gauntlet. Win me.
Lord Vask raged in chains. Release me!
I'm prime suitor. Kethrax backhanded him. Saboteur, your status ends. Evan straightened. Shield solid. Princess at his side. Court shifted. Human proved, but Vask's eyes gleamed hate. Deeper plots stirred. One aide escaped. Message sent. Dawn broke full. Arena reset.
Gauntlet gates groaned open. Shadows moved within. Champions flexed.
Evan stepped forward. Seralith matched. Partners now. Crowd hushed. They wanted blood. Got precision. The first brute bellowed. Charged. Evan dodged. Staff ready.
Same dance. Seralith speared left flank.
Cover. Together. Shock lines hummed. True. No flickers. Trial by combat became trial by team. Evan grinned. Overqualified? Underestimated. Perfect. Her laugh echoed. Rare, genuine. Scales flushed violet. Romance ignited in the sand.
Peril waited beyond. Vask's web.
They'd dismantle it. Fix by fix. Gauntlet swallowed them. Roars rose. Partnership forged. Kethrak's claw slammed the control panel.
Hatches hissed open ahead. Mercer. Endurance trial. Pressure maze.
Survive or shatter. Evan gripped his utility belt. Air already thickened inside the shadowed tunnel. He glanced at Seralith beside him. Her scales gleamed under arena lights. She nodded once. Partners. Go, Kethrax barked. Alone. Prove your lungs match your tools. Evan stepped in. Door sealed behind. Pressure built fast. Walls pulsed. Chambers contracting like a giant bellows.
Alien design. Tuned to crush Vorn physiology, high-density oxygen spikes, then vacuum pulls.
Lungs ruptured under mismatch. 500 suitors broken here. He treated it like a 12-hour shift in Station Alpha's overheating core. Breathe steady. In through nose, out slow. Heart rate locked at 60. First chamber squeezed. Air turned syrup. Evan paced forward. Boots scraped grated floor. His ration pouch weighed light. 2 liters water electrolyte tabs. Sip now. Tiny swallows. Echoes ahead. Rival suitors grunted. One Vorn noble staggered past, mandibles gaping. Human impossible, Evan ignored. Focus. Next hatch irised. Pressure doubled.
Ears popped. He equalized with a swallow.
Human lungs flexible. Adapted to void walks, toxic leaks. This? Mild. Walls hummed. Temperature climbed.
Sweat beaded. He stripped his tunic, tied it over mouth.
Filter the spikes. Step. Breathe. Step. Shouts faded behind. A crash. Evan glanced back. Lord Vask's ally, some minor lord, crumpled mid-stride. Chest heaved wrong. Blue foam at mouth. Poison trace? No. Maze standard, but eyes rolled unnatural.
Evan paused. Finish early?
Exit beckoned 50 meters ahead.
Tempting. But leave him? Station code, no man down. He doubled back, grabbed the alien's harness. Dead weight. 200 kilos.
Evan braced.
Deadlift form. Legs drive.
Heave. Drag.
Rival groaned. Why? Mercy? Spallance, Evan grunted. Shoved him into a pressure pocket. Neutral zone. Alcove safe. Sealed it. Evan straightened. Lungs burned now. Pushed on. Chambers blurred. Third spike hit. Oxygen flooded hot. Vision swam. He knelt. Tab under tongue. Clarity snapped back. Rose. Walked. Bets flipped. Human drags foe? Madness. Seralite's voice cut sharp. Watch. He fixes. Evan hit the final stretch. Vacuum pull clawed. Chest compressed. He exhaled full. Locked breath. Advanced. Human trick. Scuba purge. Hold. Exhale on release. Hatch yawned. He tumbled out. Cool air rushed. Knelt. Hands on knees. Recovered in 10 breaths. Seralith stormed the exit platform. Scales flushed violet. Eyes locked his.
You stopped. For him?
Wipe sweat. Couldn't leave him spiked. Maze tampered. Kethrak lumbered up. Scanned Evan's vitals. Time. Record for weak blood. But the drag. Check the pocket. That lord. Foam wasn't standard.
Seralith whirled on Kethrak. Open inquiry.
Full sabotage sweep. Busk's web reaches here. Kethrak's mandibles clicked. Princess. Now. Her claw jabbed the panel. Alarms whooped. Techs swarmed the maze vents. Evan watched. Crowd hushed. Aliens leaned in. Whispers spread. Human, not brute. Fixer. Seralith turned back. Hand gripped his arm. Firm. Warm. You see threats I miss. Why? Engineer eyes, he said. Patterns break. Fix them. Rare smile. Next trial waits.
Together?
Kethrax grunted approval.
Gauntlet Phase 2.
But inquiry first. They moved to the Undercroft. Tech's pride event. Gas canister tumbled out. Illicit compound lung corroder. Vask's mark etched faint.
Evan knelt. Tested seals.
Sloppy sabotage. Meant for all.
Seralith's tail lashed.
He underestimates you. Still. Us, Evan corrected. Socket clicked. Vent secured. Kethrax hauled the rescued lord out. Conscious now. Muttered thanks, eyes wide at Evan. Terran, saved me.
Get checked, Evan said. No more.
Crowd erupted as they resurfaced. Chants shifted. Fixer, partner. Lord Vask chained in the stands. Glowered, aide slipped him a comm. Escape route plotted. Seralith leaned close, breath hot on Evan's neck. They see now. You prove without claiming. Evan met her gaze. Partnership hummed. Balance. Pressure eased in the arena. But Vosk's plot thickened. Tex found a second canister, primed for the gauntlet core. Kethrax bellowed. Trials halt. Hunt the saboteur. Evan scanned the shadows. Patterns aligned. Aid vanished into the throng. Chase on. With me? Always. They plunged into the crowd. Roars masked their steps. Vask's web unraveled thread by thread. Evan dodged a vendor cart. Spotted the aide, fleeing toward service tunnels. There, Seralith surged ahead. Scales blended with shadows. Warrior grace.
Evan matched pace.
Engineer legs, built for crawls, sprints. Aide bolted into a lift shaft. Evan slapped the override. Doors jammed open. Seralith leaped. Tackled clean. Pinned. Aide. Hissed. Vask pays triple. Evan zip-tied wrists. Talk. Kethrax arrived. Dragged him off. Celis await. Seralith rose. Dust shook off. You spot. I strike. Her laugh echoed. Genuine. Scales deepened violet. Court watched. Whispers turned awe. Vask? Unchained? No. Kethrax double-locked him. Your plot's end, Lord. But Vask smirked. One thread cut. Web remains. Evan frowned. Patterns deeper. Station logs flickered in his mind. Off-world shipments. Vosk's allies? Seralith pulled him aside. Arena lights dimmed for reset. Gauntlet resumes dawn. Rest? Evan nodded. Quarters led them to Royal Wing. Door sealed. Privacy. She paced. Mandibles flexed. 500 crushed. Claimers. You. Fix. He sat on the bunk. Checked gear. No claim. Partnership. Her hand covered his. Claws retracted. Soft touch. Show me more. Evan leaned in. Kiss tested. Human lips to scaled jaw. She hummed approval. Keep built slow. Dawn neared. Gauntlet loomed, but Vask's escaped message pinged distant fleets. Invasion faint, real threat. Evan slept light. Her form curled close. Partnership forged in pressure. Tested in fire. Arena horns blared pre-dawn. Kethrax pounded the door. Up, gauntlet beasts, loose. Evan bolted awake. Seralith already armored. With me. They charged out. Shadows stirred. Not beasts. Assassins. Vosk's final play. Evan grabbed staff. Patterns break. We fix. Blades flashed. Seralith spun.
Evan flanked. Dodge.
Strike. Team rhythm. First fell. Second charged.
Evan tripped it into her spear. Down.
Kethrax joined. Cleared the pack. Vask confesses nothing. But fleets inbound. Seralith's eyes blazed. He loses all. Crowd gathered. Trials shifted. Human proved. Princess chosen. Evan stood firm. No crown claimed. Balance won. But horizon darkened. Fleets real. Deeper threat exposed. Partnership armed. Ready. Horns blasted through the arena. Dust swirled as Princess Seralith dropped from the royal dais, landing beside Evan in a crouch. Her scaled armor gleamed under floodlights. She straightened, mandibles clicking once. I test you myself. Evan gripped his staff tighter. Heart pounded steady. Assassins down. Minutes ago. Vask's plot cracked open. Fleets loomed on scanners. But trials pushed on. Crowd roared approval. Kethrax bellowed from the gate. Strength trial. Unliftable monolith. Lift or shatter. The slab loomed center pit. Black alloy, etched with kill marks from 500 crushed suitors. 10 tons. Wider than 2 aliens shoulder to shoulder. Chains dangled from gantries above. Ritual tools for binding failures. Seralith circled it slow. Her spear tapped the sand. Eyes locked on Evan. Brute's charge. Claim glory. You? Evan scanned the setup. Chains looped through rusted pulleys. Anchor point solid. Basic mechanics. No rules-banned tools. He stepped forward. Watch. Crowd hushed. Lord Vask sneered from the bracket stands, his duelist scars twitching. Human toy. Break pretty. Evan grabbed a chain end. Tested tension. Looped it over the monolith space groove. Tied a bowline knot. Secure, quick release. Pulled slack through the nearest gantry pulley. Rigged a simple block and tackle. 2-to-1 advantage. Doubled it with a second chain loop. Seralith tilted her head. Mandibles parted slight. Clever fix. He heaved. Muscles burned. Station engineer shifts built this grip. Slab groaned. Inch up. Crowd gasped. Pulley squealed. Evan adjusted angle. Leveraged body weight. Slab rose, steady. Locked it midair with a slipknot break. Kethrak stomped forward. Scanned the rig. Legal. Chains provided. Physics wins.
Arena erupted. Aliens stomped benches.
Terran! Terran!
Seralith's claws flexed. She pressed close. Heat radiated from her scales. No brute force. Partnership mind.
Evan wiped sweat, nodded.
Slab hovered stable. Proof enough. Vask vaulted the rail. Blades out. Fraud. Dual claws. Bracket demands direct challenge. Kethrax growled. Checked the ancient scroll. Lord claims sabotage risk. Claws active.
Human versus Vask.
Crowd split. Half cheers, half cheers. Seralith's hand shot to Evan's arm.
Claws pricked light. Refuse. He's broken. Saw the fire. The hidden plea. No crown hunger. Just balance. He shook head. Finish it clean. Vask laughed sharp, spun blades in salute. Soft skin. Arena cleared. Sand raked fresh. Kethrak signaled start. Vask lunged first.
Twin scimitars whistled.
Evan dodged left. Staff blocked high slash. Wood flexed, held, Vask pressed. Slashes rained. Fast, precise. Alien duelist prime. Evan parried low. Felt the rhythm. Vask overcommitted on feints. Classic pattern. Engineer eye spotted weak joints. He sidestepped. Tripped Vask's ankle with staff sweep. Duelist stumbled. Vask roared. Recovered mid-fall. Blades reversed. Seralith tensed beside the ring.
Evan! He rolled under a thrust. Came up inside guard.
Staff cracked Vask's wrist guard. Metal dented.
Vask hissed. Dropped one blade.
Grabbed Evan's staff. Yanked hard. Evan twisted free. Flipped staff end into Vask's knee. Crack echoed. Duelist buckled. Kethrax called halt. Yield? Vask spat blood. Never.
Charge, one-legged.
Evan sidestepped. Swept legs full. Vask face planted. Blades skittered away. Pins dropped.
Evan planted boot on Vask's neck. Staff tip at throat.
Done. Crowd thundered. Seralith leapt the barrier. Pulled Evan back gentle.
Her touch lingered. You fix breaks.
Not make them. Medics dragged Vask out. Shackles clicked. Kethrax nodded respect. Trials end. Human passes all. But Evan pulled Seralith aside. Royal alcove shadowed. Door hissed shut. Privacy sealed. He faced her direct. Voice low.
One clarification? Do you want a champion?
Or a partner? She stilled. Mandibles quivered. Claws traced his jaw. Soft exploratory. Champion's claim. Partner's balance. Showed me.
Evan leaned in. Lips brushed her scaled cheek. She hummed deep. Pressed closer.
He built. Her arms wrapped him. Strength matched his calm. Tongues tested. Human soft to alien ridge. Sparks jumped. Horns blared outside. Kethrax pounded wall. Gauntlet beasts loose. Dawn shift. They broke apart. Seralith grabbed spear. Evan snatched toolkit. Door flew open. Shadows moved in halls, not beasts. Assassins cloaked. Vask's last dregs. First lunged. Evan's staff whipped its blade aside. Seralith speared through. Second flanked. Evan tripped it into her follow-up slash. Down. Kethrax barreled in. Blaster barked. Cleared the corridor. Vask denies. Fleet's ping real. Invasion feint cracked. Seralith's eyes blazed violet. He loses throne. Crowd surged gates. Cheers for Terran. Evan stood shoulder to shoulder. No kneel. No claim. Her hand found his. Claws retracted. Full. Partnership sealed. Horizon scanners wailed. Fleets dropped veil. Deeper threat broke free. Seraleth squeezed. We fix. Together. Evan nodded. Toolkit ready. Staff firm. Aliens gaped at human grit. Beasts roared distant. Real war dawned. They charged out. Balance armed. Arena gates slammed wide. Beasts thundered in. Hulking arena hounds, spiked hides rippling.
Kethrax fired warning shots!
Human's fault? Seralith vaulted first. Spear pinned a hound's paw. Now. Vask's chaos. Evan flanked. Spotted chain loose from strength trial. Whipped it lasso style. Snared a beast's neck. Pulled taut against post. Leashed it thrashing. Crowd poured in. Panic mixed awe.
Terran tames. Third beast charged Evan. Jaws wide.
He rolled underbelly, jammed staff into joints.
Levered leg aside. Beast yelped. Toppled. Seralith finished it clean. Your patterns. Kethrak sealed pens. Beasts contained. He eyed Evan sharp. Fleets drop pods. 2 hours. Vosk's allies? Evan checked scanner on wrist. Station hack linked. Real thrust coreward. We reroute power grids. Seralith gripped his shoulder. Arena falls. We hold palace. Legs pumped sync. Her speed matched his endurance. Guards rallied. Aliens bowed aside. Whispers spread. Human proves. Princess pairs. Lord Vask dragged center days. Chained. Sneered final. Fleets crush you both. Evan knelt eye level. You broke patterns. We fix. Seralith nodded execution. But paused. Partner, mercy? Evan shrugged. Interrogate first.
Kethrax hauled Vosk away. Cells deep.
Pods streaked sky. Ground shook. First wave hit outer walls. Seralith pulled Evan close. Lips met fierce. Win this. Claim nothing. Stay. He grinned. Deal. Blasters barked. They dove in. Human ropes. Alien spears. Partnership. Unbreakable. First pod cracked. Invaders spilled. Vask's kin clan. Armored heavy. Lasers lanced. Evan ducked beam. Rigged arena chain as tripwire. Pulled. 3 tangled. Seralith swept them. Bitter tang coated his tongue. Bitter tang coated his tongue. Metallic wrong, not the usual mineral bite after arena sweat. He lunged forward, grabbed the arm of the next suitor, a hulking Zethary with quills still dripping from his last bout. Stop, don't drink. The Zethary snarled, shoved hard.
Out of way, soft skin.
Evan held firm, planted feet wide. Used leverage from his engineer's stance, not brute force. Tasted first. It's poisoned. Laughter rippled through the line of challengers. 20 aliens, bruised and heaving, eyed him like prey. Lord Vask Diener lounged at the end, arms crossed, smirk sharp as his dueling blades. Human paranoia. Drink, fools. Prove your vigor. Evan ignored him. Scanned the arena's edge. Debris from prior trials littered the sand, snapped weapon shafts, bent metal braces from collapsed barriers. He darted to a pile, snagged 2 thin alloy strips, emergency strut remnants, reactive to common toxins from his station repair kit's knowledge.
Watch. He held one strip over the cistern's lip.
Dipped it shallow, pulled it out dripping, then flicked his multi-tools plasma cutter to life. A low engineering torch, standard issue for hull patches. Blue flame kissed the strip. Sizzle! The metal bubbled. Blackened fast. Dissolved into sludge.
Gasps cut the air. Challengers pressed back.
Evan dipped the second strip in plain arena sand moisture for contrast. Heated it. Clean burn. No melt. Toxin. Slow acting. Hits after the next round. Arena doesn't kill you. This does. The Zethary yanked his arm free, but nodded respect. How you know? Job hazard. Station cisterns. Same tricks. Evan sealed the cistern with his body. Kept eyes on Vask. The Lord's smirk faltered. Just a twitch. Boots thudded. Marshal Kethrak stormed in, armored plates clanking. His scarred muzzle twisted. Mercer. Explained disruption. Evan pointed. Poisoned recovery water. Field test confirmed. He held up the sludge strip. Kethrak snatched it, sniffed. Eyes narrowed to slits. Vorn clan protocols demand pure supply. Sabotage. He barked into his comm. Guards. Lock supply corridor.
Now,
Challengers murmured. Vask stepped forward. Accusation without proof, Marshal. Human stirs chaos to delay his failure. Proof melts in my claw.
Kithrax waved the strip. You wait.
All of you.
He spun.
Led a squad at double march toward the shadowed tunnel feeding the cistern. Evan stayed put. Guarded the line. No one drank. Tension coiled. A few suitors tested his block. Feints, shoves. He sidestepped, tripped one with a foothook. No strikes, just control. Minutes stretched. Shouts echoed from the corridor. Laser fire cracked. A guard yelped. Kethrax re-emerged, dragged a squirming figure by the neck frill, a wiry Krellic agent, Vask's house colors on his tunic. In his claws, fresh cistern cartridges, tampered seals gleaming. Caught mid-swap, Kethrax growled. Confesses under probe. Lord Vask's orders. Weaken the weak. Human first. Vask's face drained color. That cartridges match your armory stamp. Kethrax tossed a tube at Vask's feet. Trials halt. Interrogation now. Guard swarmed Vask.
Cuffed him mid-protest. Hauling him off as he spat curses.
Princess sees your tricks, human. She crushes you. Crowd hushed. Challengers stared at Evan. Awe flickered in alien eyes. The Zethary clapped his shoulder, gentle for his strength. Terran saves. We fight fair now. Wiped sweat. Just maintenance. Horn blared. Princess Seralith descended the royal dais. Her iridescent scales shimmered under arena lights. Claws retracted, posture open. She stopped before Evan, towered, yet her gaze locked level. Challenger Mercer. Voice like velvet over steel. You unmasked treachery. Name your boon.
He met her eyes, golden slits, searching.
Protect the cisterns. For everyone. She tilted head. Royal protection. For you alone. Step from trials. Join me.
Heart kicked.
Tempting. Her scent, spice, and storm filled his space. But others watched. 500 crushed before. Not by beasts alone. Patterns of sabotage, like Vosk's. No. Evan straightened. Unless it covers every challenger. Fair trials. No cheats, murmurs swelled. Aliens leaned in. Seralith's tail flicked. Surprise? Amusement? You refuse favor? Her claw brushed his arm. Light. Electric. Why risk more? Stopped a station riot once. Same poison play. Fixed it for all shifts, not just me. He glanced at the line. They're here to prove worth. Let them.
Kethrax grunted approval from the side. Human restraint.
Rare. Seralith studied him. Second stretched, then nodded. Agreed. Protection extends. All cisterns purged, trials resume at dawn. Whisper for him alone. Patterns shift, Evan Mercer. You fix more than water.
Heat flushed his neck. He grinned.
Engineer habit.
She turned to the crowd. Witness, Terran vigilance guards us. Lord Vask banished. Let challengers drink true recovery. Servants wheeled fresh carts. Challengers surged forward. Toasts rose. To the soft-skinned savior. Evan stepped aside. Sipped clean water, crisp, pure. Watched Seralith ascend. Her glance back. Promise. Kethrax sidled up. Vask's agent spilled more. Not first tamper. Patterns behind poisons. Evan frowned. Station logs. I can cross-check. Tomorrow. Rest now. Kethrax clapped his back. Hard enough to stagger a lesser man. Evan held. Night fell over the arena. Evan claimed his contender alcove. Repaired his staff with scraps. Mind raced. Poisons, beasts, Vasks, fall. Seralith's touch lingered. Dawn horn pierced dark. Challengers gathered. Fresh trials loomed, spear walls, venom pits, but cisterns gleamed safe. Seralith appeared. Spear in claw. Next pattern, partner? He gripped staff. Your strength. My fixes. Crowd roared. Beasts stirred pens. Vask's shadow loomed, even chained. Evan charged first gate. No poison this time, just skill. But whispers reached him. Kethrax's voice on comm. Agent named accomplices. Court infiltrators. Deeper threat stirred. Seralith matched his stride.
Spear flashed. Together? Deal.
They dove into the fray. Human calm met alien fury. Partnership forged. Trials blurred. Evan dodged spear traps, jammed mechanisms with precise shoves. Seralith cleaved barriers. Her laugh echoed. Free. Rare. Challengers fell. Honorable now. No cheats. One bout, Evan spotted rigged pit grate. Tasted sabotage vibe. Yanked a loose bar. Exposed wire trap. Another try. Kethrak sealed it. Your eyes, Mercer, sharp. Seralith pulled him from dust. Claws on his chest. You see what we miss? Practice.
He traced her scale, bold.
She didn't pull away. Mid-trial feast, she sat beside him.
Shared plate. 500 sought throne.
You seek?
Stopped incident. Stayed for this. Nodded her. Her tail coiled his leg. Subtle claim. Kethrax interrupted. Raids confirm. Vosk's kin fund poisons. Fleet Shadow Station.
Evan stood. Power grids.
Ivostanor's chains clanked as guards dragged him into the arena's central pit.
His eyes locked on Evan. Dual claws.
Article 7. I demand single combat against the Pretender.
No partners. No princess interference. Evan gripped his staff tighter. The crowd's roar swelled, a thunder of scales and claws scraping stone. Seralith tensed beside him, spear tip glinting. Her tail flicked his calf, warning or anchor he couldn't tell. Kethrak's gravel voice cut through. Claws confirmed. Weapons chosen by challenger. Reach 12 spans. Human. Arm yourself or yield. Evan nodded to the rack. He picked twin short blades balanced for human grip. No reach, no problem. He'd fixed worse mismatches in station vents. Seralith leaned close. Her breath warmed his ear. Sulfur-scented. You end it clean. Survive. Planned that? Sand crunched under his boots. Vask shed his chains with a sneer. His Kreshar blades extended, serrated edges humming with vibrofields. Alien reach advantage, 4 arms each wielding a meter-long fang. He circled tail-lashing furrows in the sand. Vosk favored his right lead, weight forward like every duelist vid he'd scanned. Shoulder dipped on feints.
Predictable. Crowd chanted.
Denor! Denor! Beasts and pens howled backup. Vask lunged first, blade slashed in a crosswhip, air whistling. Evan baited left, feinted a desperate lunge at the throat. Vask bit. Overcommitted.
Evan twisted inside the reach. His short blade hooked Vosk's wrist guard.
Not the throat. Leverage yanked the alien's arm wide. Evan drove elbow into Vask's midsection scales. Breath whooshed out. Vask snarled, recoiled. 4 arms flailed for balance.
Evan danced back, blades low. Pathetic soft skin.
Vask spat. He reset, circling faster. Tail swept low, probing for legs. Evan timed the arena boundary. Stone wall at Vask's back. 10 paces. He edged sideways, forcing the angle. Vask pressed, blades weaving a deadly net. Feint high.
Dodge low. Evan let sand spray kick up, blinding Vask's outer eyes.
The alien swung wild. Evan parried the inner blade, stepped into the pocket.
Vask's momentum carried him toward the wall. Evan hooked his lead ankle with a precise trip, maintenance trick, jamming gears without force. Vask stumbled, right blade slamming into stone. Vibrofield sparked. The hilt shattered in his grip. Self-disarm. Vosk's eyes widened. He dropped the stump, switched to left arms. Crowd gasped. Murmurs rippled. The human turned the wall. Evan pressed. No killing stroke.
He circled, blades guarding vitals. Vask roared, charged with remaining blades.
Reach shortened now. Evan's world. Slash. Parry. Evan ducked a overhead rolled under Vask's tail. Came up inside guard. Wrist lock on the second blade. Twist. It flew into sand. Vask headbutted. Horns grazed Evan's shoulder, drawing blood. Pain flared hot. Evan ignored it. Pushed off Vosk's chest, used the alien's mass against him. Vosk spun. Off balance. His boot hit arena edge. Evan timed the shove. Gentle, directional. Vask toppled backward, slamming into the boundary rail. Third blade caught, snapped clean. Unarmed. Vask scrambled up, claws extended. I'll rip your spine. He lunged bare-handed. Evan sidestepped, swept the legs. Vosk face-planted. Sand exploded.
Seralith's voice boomed.
Enough. Vask froze. Then his hand darted to his thigh sheath. Hidden blade gleamed. Illegal mono edge. Seralith vaulted the rail, spear level, cheat exposed. Kethrak. Arrest him. Full treason charge. Kethrak's enforcers swarmed. They pinned Vask as he thrashed. Lies. The human, silence. Kethrax cuffed the hidden blade away. He eyed Evan. Clean win, Mercer. No kills. Crowd sees it. Evan sheathed his blades. Chest heaved. Blood trickled from shoulder, but bones intact. Crowd shifted from chants to stomps.
Mesa! Mesa!
Seralith approached. Her claws traced his wound. Gentle. You fought to end it, not claim it.
Tail coiled his waist openly now.
Claim staked. Incident stopped. Trials passed. Golden slit pupils dilated. Deeper threat waits. Kethric's comment in. Raids hit Vask's ken. Poisons traced to fleet shadows at the station. Power grids targeted. Your expertise, Mercer.
Evan nodded. Grids I know.
Sabotage patterns match arena rigs. Seralith gripped his arm. Partner. We hunt them. Crowd parted as they exited. Whispers followed. Human turned the tide. Not with fury. With fixes. But Evan's eye scanned the upper tiers. A shadowed figure slipped away. Fleet inbound. Grids first, then real war. Seralith pulled him into the prep tunnel. Away from eyes. Her claws shredded his torn shirt. She pressed a med patch to his shoulder.
Lingered. Evan caught her wrist.
You search for no owner. I fix. Don't rule. Her laugh echoed, free again. Lips, scaled, warm, brushed his jaw. Stay.
Fix us all. He traced her crest.
Deal.
Kethrax burst in. Mercer. Scans confirm. Enemy corvette cloaked near station core. Power sabotage to drop shields. Your hands on it now. Evan straightened. Romance paused. Threat live. Lead on.
They raced corridors. Alarms wailed faint.
Seralith matched stride, spear ready. Evan pulled station schematics from his wristpad. Maintenance overlays no royal knew. Here. He jabbed a junction. Weak node. They cut it, station blacks out.
Fleet invades. Kethrax growled. How fix?
Evan grinned. My job. Shuttle bay loomed. Pilots scrambled. Seralith claimed seats beside him. Her thigh pressed his. Together. Dock clamps released. Stars streaked. Station grew small. Enemy corvette flickered on scopes. Cloaked no more. Evan patched into grids. Remote lockout. They're in. Fingers flew. Code danced. Human hacks. Simple, brute persistent. Alien systems buckled. Got 'em. Lights stabilized on station feed. Corvette fired. Missiles inbound. Seralith aimed spear console. My shot. Plasma lanced. Corvette erupted silent. Kethrax clapped Evan's back. You see threats we crush. Back on arena world, court assembled. Seralith stood tall. Evan Mercer proved. Partner. Not claimant. Crown gleamed on her brow. Tail tugged him forward. Shared throne. Vosk's kin broadcast surrender. Fleet scattered. Evan leaned in. Trials done? Her claws intertwined his fingers. New ones. Ours. Crowd roared eternal. Human calm met alien fire.
Union forged, but Evan's pad pinged private.
Unknown signal. Grid saved. Deeper net remains. Watch skies.
He deleted it.
For now. Partnership held. Seralith thrust her spear high. By crown and blood right, I void this bracket. Her voice cracked like thunder across the arena. Stone tears shook. 500 crushed Suitors' ghosts hung in the air. Bones ground to dust under her trials. Now sabotage scarred the lists. Vask Danor's kin seethed in the royal box. Evan stood at arena center, dust caking his jumpsuit. His wrist pad hummed faint. Station logs still open from the blackout fix. Guards flanked him. Kethrax loomed nearby. Armored bulk tents, eyes scanning shadows. The crowd, scaled aliens from a dozen clans, murmured. Bets flipped. A human? In oath scan? Seralith's tail lashed. Golden scales gleamed under flood lamps. One final test. Truth under oath. No blades, no boasts.
Challenger Mercer.
Submit first. Evan nodded. No flinch.
He'd patched hull breaches under fire. Lied to no one.
Oath scan couldn't touch that. Technicians rolled out the dais, a crystal pedestal pulsing blue neural webs. Vines of light snaked from its core, ready to bind flesh and mind. Kethrax gripped Evan's shoulder. Human. It strips lies bare. 500 broke here. Begged mercy. His breath rasped hot, sulfur-scented. You withdraw? Evan met his gaze. No. He stepped onto the dais. Vines latched, cold stings at temples, wrists, throat. Blue fire raced veins. Crowd hushed. Why enter my trials, Evan Mercer? Speak truth. Claim no reward, yet face death brackets. Why? Scan hummed. Evan's pulse spiked, then steadied. Memories flashed. Station diplomatic ping. Human envoy drunk on alien brew. Mouthing off to Vosk's fleet. Political spark ready to ignite war. Evan's job. Fix leaks before they flood. Station incident, he said. Voice steady. Human rep insulted your house. Bask's clan pushed invasion talk. I entered to defuse. Maintenance engineer. I fix problems, not claim thrones. Vines glowed green. Truth locked. Gasps rippled tears. Kethrak's mandibles clicked shock. No glory? No mate right? Evan shrugged against the bind. Saw your fights. Brute strength weeds weak. Needed inside to trace sabotage. Grids flickered wrong. Not battle damage.
Someone cut power nodes.
Vines retracted. Seralith's eyes narrowed. Emerald slits dilating. Tail stilled. Liars die. Opportunists shatter. She vaulted onto the dais. Vines snapped to her. Blue fire lit her scales electric. Crowd leaned forward. Her voice rang. Princess Seralith Vorn. Oath me. She faced Evan direct. Evan Mercer. I name you partner. Joint mandate, reform these trials. End blood debt cycles. Vines flared green. Truth sealed. Not claimant. Equal. Human skill mends what claws rend. Arena exploded. Cheers drowned booze. Vask surged from his box. Claws out. Lies. Human witchery. Guards pinned him.
Kethrax barked orders. Secure the Lord. Seralith stepped down.
Vines smoked. She gripped Evan's arm. Claws pricked skin. Firm. Walk with me. They strode sand to archway. Her thigh brushed his, heaped through fabric. Crowd parted. Evan scanned faces. Vask's kin clustered shadows. Whispers frantic. His pad vibrated. Anonymous grid alert. Sabotage nodes still live in sublevels. Kethrax voxed squads. Sub-arenas. Conspirators pinned. Boots thundered. Laser sights flicked. 2 Vask allies bolted. Tripped into cuffs. Seralith leaned close. You read grids like blood tracks. Her breath warmed his ear, spiced with arena incense. Oath bound us. Now act.
Evan pulled schematics. West Tunnel.
Power relays. They'll flood cells. Free Vask. He jabbed overrides. Remote locks clicked. Lights surged steady. Guards dragged 3 more. Tools clattering. Vask roared from irons. Human filth steals my right. Seralith spun. Spear tip kissed his throat. Your kin cut brackets. Blacked stations. Throne sees all. She turned back. Tail coiled Evan's waist. Possessive loop. Partner? Lead. They climbed royal ramp. Stone cool underfoot. Air thickened with clan incense. Victory plumes. Evan patched final nodes.
Pad timed clear. Kethrak's caught up.
Cells sealed. Vask's fleet signals surrender.
His claw saluted Evan.
You fight shadows, we miss. Seralith halted at throne doors. Massive slabs carved with crushed suitors. Trials end here. Her claws traced his jaw. Gentle scrape. New mandate starts. Evan met her eyes. Partnership hummed. Her fire his calm. Joint ops, fix the brakes. Doors groaned open. Crown bearers waited.
She pulled him in. Thrones side by side gleamed.
But Evan's pad pinged private. Unknown source. Oath fools you. Deeper fleet masses. Skies burn soon. He pocketed it. Her hand found his. Claws laced fingers. Court bowed. Cheers eternal. Evan squeezed back. Human grip met alien steel. Union forged. Kethrak's voice cut Voxnet. Perimeter breach. Cloaks inbound. Seralith's tail tightened. Together. Evan nodded. Pad out. Grids first. They moved as one. Seralith's spear ignited. Arena awaits no more. War does.
Evan hacked scopes. Enemy signatures bloomed. Dozens. Cloaked corvettes.
Kethrax rallied guards. Form up! Crowd surged. Clans arming. Vask laughed from Cell's broadcast. My kin rise, Seralith snarled. Not today. Evan traced vectors. Flank weak. Station relays. Reroute power. Her laugh barked. Fierce joy. Show them.
They charged balcony. Stars filled sky.
Missiles streaked. Evan locked grids. Fires out. Serelith loosed plasma. First corvette bloomed fire. Kethrax flanked. Human eyes pierce veils. Shots traded. Clans roared. Evan patched Hull's remote station feeds live. Blackouts crushed. Voska's signal cut. Fleet scattered. Serelith claimed his side. Thigh pressed. Hours. Evan grinned. Pad pinged again. Deeper net. Watch core worlds.
He deleted for now.
Partnership held. Trials evolved. But skies whispered more. Serelith's claws dug in. Next challenge? Evan eyed stars. Fix it all. Crowd chanted names. Human and princess. Fire and calm.
United.
Kethrax sealed gates. Reforms march. They sat thrones. Hands joined. Mandate launched. Evan felt her pulse sink his, oath deeper than scan. War's shadow lingered. They faced it paired.
Her tail tugged close. Prove again.
He did. Always. Arena sands cooled below. New era dawned. Pad silent. Threat slept. For now, Serelith whispered.
Mine.
Partners. Clans knelt. Human worth etched stone. Union unbreakable. Yet whispers grew. Deeper threats stirred.
Evan watched skies. Ready?
Her fire burned bright beside. Together, they mended empires.